alaikum and welcome to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Prime Minister Anwarul Haq Kakar is visiting Azad Jammu and Kashmir today to express Pakistan's complete solidarity with the Kashmiri people. In his address at the Legislative Assembly of Azad Jammu and Kashmir, he will reiterate Pakistan's vehement rejection of the illegal and untenable verdict of the Supreme Court of India on the status of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The Indian Supreme Court's endorsement of India's illegal and unilateral actions of 2019 neglects the disputed nature of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute. The Indian Supreme Court has absolutely no jurisdiction over Jammu and Kashmir, which is an internationally recognized disputed territory. Nor is any provision of the Indian Constitution applicable over Jammu and Kashmir. Under international law, the final disposition of the Jammu and Kashmir region will be guided by the relevant UN Security Council resolutions and the aspirations of the Kashmiri people. Pakistan will continue to extend political, diplomatic, and moral support to our Kashmiri brothers and sisters for the just and peaceful settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. Pakistan appreciates the messages of sympathy and condolences by the international community on Tuesday's terrorist attack on Pakistan's security forces in Dera Ismail Khan. The members of the UN Security Council have condemned in the strongest terms the heinous and cowardly terrorist attack and expressed their deepest sympathy and condolences. They have also recalled that Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, to which Tehreek-e-Jihad Pakistan is affiliated, is listed by the UN Security Council, ISIL, Daesh, and Al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee. Members of the Security Council have underlined the need to hold perpetrators, organizers, financiers, and sponsors of those responsible acts of terrorism accountable and bring them to justice. They have also urged all states to cooperate actively with the government of Pakistan as well as all relevant authorities in this regard. We have noted the statement by the Afghan interim government that it will investigate the terrorist attack of 12th December. Afghanistan must take strong action against perpetrators of this heinous attack and hand them over to Pakistan along with the TTP leadership in Afghanistan. We also expect Afghanistan to take concrete and verifiable steps to prevent the use of Afghan soil by terrorist entities against Pakistan. Pakistan welcomes the resolution adopted by the UN General Assembly on the 12th of December demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire, ensuring humanitarian access to the people of Gaza. The UNGA resolution is a reflection of an international consensus and growing public anger at the ongoing Israeli atrocities that have claimed the lives of more than 18,000 Palestinians with about 8,000 children. It is critical that the international community brings an end to Israel's war crimes and crimes against humanity being perpetrated against the Palestinian people. Pakistan condemns the increasing Israeli hostilities in the West Bank and attacks against Lebanon and Syria, which are in breach of territorial sovereignty of these countries. Israel is acting in complete disregard of international law and humanitarian norms. The international community should take meaningful action to stop the expanding Israeli aggression, which can trigger a wider and more dangerous conflict engulfing the entire region. Pakistan believes that the lasting peace in the Middle East hinges on the peaceful and just resolution of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict in accordance with the relevant UN Security Council and OIC resolutions. Additional Foreign Secretary Europe, Ambassador Shafkat Ali Khan visited Moscow from 11th to 14th of December to hold bilateral consultations with Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Andrei Rudenko. The two sides positively assessed the development of bilateral relations and agreed to enhance high-level dialogue and engagement and cooperation in trade, energy, counterterrorism, and connectivity. The two sides also agreed to continue constructive engagement on regional issues, including Afghanistan and cooperation at multilateral fora, especially the United Nations and Shanghai Cooperation Organization. On the sidelines of the consultations, Pakistan's National Coordinator for SCO, Altamash Wazir, exchanged views with his Russian counterpart to discuss cooperation in the framework of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Special Representative for Afghanistan, Ambassador Asif Durrani, is representing Pakistan at the second Global Refugee Forum being held in Geneva from 13th to 15th of December. The GRF brings together international community to discuss global refugee situations and examine joint pathways for burden sharing and responsibility sharing for refugees. As a major refugee hosting countries for over 4 decades, Pakistan is among the pioneer co-conveners of GRF. In today's session, Ambassador Durrani will underline that international burden sharing and responsibility needs to be more proportionate, equitable, and predictable. He will also call for continued international solidarity in supporting Afghan refugees, one of the oldest protracted refugee situations. And lastly, Pakistan-UK counterterrorism dialogue is being held today in Islamabad. Director General Counterterrorism, Abdul Hamid Khan, will lead the Pakistan side, while the UK delegation will be headed by Head of Counterterrorism and Extremism Network for Asia, Chris Felton. The two sides will discuss bilateral cooperation in counterterrorism, especially cybersecurity cooperation, counterterrorism finance, capacity building, and cooperation among counterterrorism-related institutions. The dialogue will also cover exchange of assessment on the regional terrorism landscape and counterterrorism cooperation at multilateral forums. Thank you.